What's up everybody on YouTube? How's everybody doing? I'm doing just fine, doing awesome actually. So today, welcome back to another Minecraft building video. Today I have a tips and tricks video for you, and it's of these 3 different room designs that we'll sort of be looking at and taking a look. Hopefully this will give you some ideas for different interiors, and I hope that this really inspires you to really improve interiors and make your interiors better. These are some like simple little things that you can do, and hopefully you guys can come up with some more, ideas with the ideas that I give you, and so on. So let's take a look at our first room, which is a dining area. So as I said, as for our first room, we have this little dining area here, and it is pretty cool. I like how we have this scenario of like 2 little chairs, the table that sits 4, and a nice little flower pot in the middle. Really adds like a centerpiece to the table as it would in real life. And there's some like sort of food on the table. Cake works really well for that, and a nice little painting on the wall really helps decorate the wall side. Now if we zoom out here, you can kind of see we have a nice little chandelier that sort of fits in this room, in this particular room that is, and it kind of dangles over the table just a little bit. Nice little hidden crafting table underneath the table there, and then we sort of got a nice little sort of fancy pot design over here with using the banners in the item frames just to give it a little bit of color to match the carpet. Also, we have over here these nice little benches that really work well with the room, I think. And this room is very cool. I like it. It's a very formal dining setting and looks really good. And hopefully you guys can improve upon this idea and make it a little bit better. I love little dining areas. I think they're so cool. I think they add to a lot to a house. As for our next room here, it is a bedroom. Now, this isn't any ordinary bedroom. You might be looking at it like, okay, where do I actually sleep? Because I need a place to sleep in Minecraft. Well, that is actually underneath our little bed here. Now, we have some cool little nifty little tricks here for adding a bed underneath carpet. So you can have this bigger bed, and in survival, just remove these 2 pieces of carpet and then you can sleep. And then when you're done sleeping, just shift click the carpet back on and it should be pretty good. Other than that, this bedroom is pretty basic. It has some foliage just to give it some life here, 2 little sort of end table designs on either end, and then some item frames on the wall for like personal storage, because usually personal storage would be in a bedroom, so that kind of works really well with this scenario. No chandelier, we just have a fancy little item frame with an anvil in it and then a torch on the wall, which really adds something really cool to this room and has sort of a centerpiece feel. And to light up the rest of the room, we have glowstone in the floor, some hidden lighting. As for our next room here, it is a kitchen, of course. I love kitchens. I mean, they really work well in houses and you can do a lot with them. I think they're the most, this is the most that I could do with this room. Out of all 3 rooms here, the kitchen was the most I had the ideas for, and it just sparks imagination. There's so much in a kitchen and so much creativity you can take with it. Granted, this might be a medieval style or a fantasy style kitchen, and not so much of a modern kitchen, but I was still able to do a lot with it. As you can see here, as for our lighting, I just did flower pots, or some sort of foliage, and I just instead of adding a log, I added glowstone, and then I added trapdoors around that just to sort of hide it a little bit, and that works really well. I've never actually tried that before, but that works really well just for some simple hidden lighting, and it works really well for lighting up this room here. As for the middle little area here, we have like a little island. Now, I understand that maybe in fantasy or medieval, you wouldn't have like an island or anything, but we sort of went with the like a medieval style materials, and it sort of works in this scenario, and I really like it. So I kind of kept it, and it looks really good. Again, over here we have some just those item frames with the banners being used just to add a little color into the chairs. Nothing too special going on here. A little bit of tablecloth with the blue. Again, we have that nice little foliage. And over here we have dispensers and furnaces facing in. So over here we have a well, I guess this is a furnace as well. Is this a furnace? Yeah, we just have furnaces facing in. So they kind of look like just like little countertops, nothing too special. But when you click on them, they're actually furnaces and stuff. You could do this with dispensers as well if you just want to add storage. Over here we have a nice little sink. Now I was debating on this, whether, you know, like a fantasy medieval design would have a sink. And in fact, I think they would. I think they would have some sort of wash tub where they could have like a little well water come into here. I don't know, just using the imagination. And a nice little painting to give it some, you know, a little bit of color here and there. And then we have some like random, like dark colored flower pots up here. So like right here we have just kind of ugly looking plants, because these are like herbs and stuff. Herbs don't look too pretty. And as for the final addition that I'm pretty proud of this kitchen, we have like hanging like utensils here. So like a knife maybe over here, and then like, I don't know, maybe a ladle. Or is that what it's called? A ladle? I don't know. And then like a spoon, a large spoon just hanging down from the over top area there. Because I was thinking, you know, an oven would normally have like that, I forget what it's called. Like it hangs over the oven top, and the smoke, you know, vents through that, and so you don't smoke out your house. But I decided, you know what? That doesn't really exist. Well, it doesn't exist in medieval times or fantasy, really. So I decided to just go with like a little tool rack, or like a little utensils rack where you can kind of just hang your knives and your stuff up there. That's the imagination that I got from that, so it's pretty cool. So that's going to do it for the 3-room inspiration sort of designs there. Hopefully that gave you some inspiration on the interior. I wanted to try something different this time around. Instead of just showing you a house, instead I just showed you 3 rooms that sort of kind of work together in a sense, but it just gives you some inspiration on what you can do. Like, I think this bed here is fantastic. I think that is, you know, something new and something refreshing, you know, because you want to have multiple size beds in Minecraft, and that can sometimes be difficult, you know, and or you just want to have like a different colored bed. Maybe you can put like a blue bed or a you know, a green bed in this circumstance. I just went with the red because it matched that, but since you're going to cover that up with carpet anyways, you can really do any color you want. So this works really well. I like this a lot. I love these 3 little rooms. You know, you can always use these in different houses and anything, just to give you some inspiration if you're running low on that with interior and everything. But that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, don't forget to be awesome, and I will see you guys next time.